Today we're going to talk about where the drive line is on a horse and how your body language in relationship to the horse. Are you too forward? You too far back? Brian, I can't keep my horse going one direction. Well, back off of him. You're in front of his drive line. Well, what does that mean? We're going to talk about that today. This is a 3-year-old Andalusian. She's had some training, but she's been bounced around from a couple of trainers here and there. I'm just trying to build some respect with her so she calms down. Come here. You see how reactive she is already just by me dropping my line on the ground. This horse has a habit of running away from you, not moving based on your guidance and direction, but she's running away from you to get away from you versus simply moving in the direction at the rate of which you want her to move. And I'm going to explain to you about the drive line. Again, people always say to me, Brian, I can't get my horse to go in the same direction. Every time I get them going the direction, they want to stop and turn around. Well, that's probably because you're standing too far in front of the horse and you're telling them that with your body language. The escalation we use is point, cluck, spank. Spanking with the lead line. Where you do that in relationship to the horse will determine what that horse does. Brian, I can't keep my horse going in the same direction at the same rate and speed. Well, that's probably because you're up in front of your horse and you don't even realize it. Being in front of your horse is called being in front of this area right here. When you don't have a saddle on, just look for their armpit right back here behind their shoulder. This is called their drive line. When you have a saddle on, you can look kind of at their cinch, where their girth goes around. Where your body stands in relationship to that point on that horse's body will tell that horse to do something. If I stand right here at my drive line, that horse should not move. Okay? That's telling the horse, I'm basically in a neutral position. Do what you're doing. I'm not asking you to stop. I'm not asking you to go the other direction or anything. This is neutral. If I stand behind that drive line, what I've basically done then is I've opened my right door. I'm pushing the horse that way. Think of it like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. We're squeezing the back end of the horse and we're pushing him out that way. All he did right there was he seen my body language and he moved away from me. So that's a very small example. I can't get my horse to go in the same direction. He keeps wanting to turn around on me. Well, that's probably because you're not in neutral. You're not behind him asking him to push that way. What you've done is you've actually stepped up in front of that drive line, which closes that door. I'm going to show you some examples of that, and I'm going to try to show you with this horse what right looks like. But this horse is still learning some of that. Now, if you watch my body position, I'm right at that horse's shoulder, and that's it. Now watch, okay. So now I'm pushing him, I'm at neutral. I step in front of that drive line, look what he did. All I did was I took from neutral, I took a short step to my left, I immediately was in front of that horse, and what did that horse do? He stopped and reacted to my body position, my body language. Let's try it again. Point, cluck. Now, your body language has to move with the horse. You're turning in a circle with your horse. I stepped in front of that drive line, look what the horse did. He stopped, I closed the door. Point. I'm neutral. Now I'm going to get behind it. So there you see I got behind the drive line. I asked him with my body language to yield his hindquarters, and now look, the horse is looking at me with 2 eyes, a sign of respect. If you can't get the horse to go in the correct direction which you're working, check yourself. Your body language may be telling him to do something different. You want to always end up, as best you can, working from neutral. Here's drive forward, here's stop and go the other way, depending on how aggressive your pressure is with your horse.